that bell gets this match here at the San Museum underway and gives Koko Ware, who has just danced his way into and around this ringside, shaking hands with people for the past 10, 15 minutes, and to the music, of course, of his entry, and they dearly, dearly love him and support him. And the television champion is Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. He's the fellow whose back you're looking at. No, well, not now. Now it's Koko. But there is Buzz Sawyer, who has his own idea about how to impress people, how to try to use psychology to upset them and to take some of the fight out of them. Right now, the thoughts that are passing between this pair are almost visible. The words aren't audible, but the words are almost visible. The fans are hollering for Koko to lay it in there alongside the jaw, and that's the first sensible move we've seen Buzz Sawyer make in a long time. He usually plunges in where everybody else fears to tread. But in this case, he decided he would wilt just a little bit. He doesn't do that often, Jim.
No, he doesn't, Mr. Boss. Thank you very much for having me back out here. I do appreciate it. This is another great crowd, and this match is a very important match as far as the Universal Wrestling Federation is concerned, because it's for the television championship. We felt like Koko Ware, with his one-loss record, deserved a championship matchup. It's been signed, obviously, but you can't discount anything the Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer has done to date. He is a phenomenal athlete, as is Koko Ware, and I think this match is going to be just phenomenal.
Yes, phenomenal. It all depends on your outlook, though. If you're a Koko Ware fan, if Koko wins in any fashion, it's going to be phenomenal. And if Buzz Sawyer manages to prevent him from doing that, that will be phenomenal in an entirely different manner to these fans here in the Coliseum. But as they come to a stymie up here in the corner, Jim Ross, you've got something to say.
Well, we know we're only 6 days away from the big tournament. Koko Ware will be wrestling Terry Gordy in the tournament this Friday night. Buzz Sawyer has got the task of going against the red-hot Chavo Guerrero Friday night in the big tournament here in Houston. Of course, later today, we got a great program here tonight on Channel 39. We're going to see Ted DiBiase and Dr. Death versus the Blade Runners later on. That's going to be one heck of a matchup. We're also going to have some very important news from Cowboy Bill Watts, a statement about the Russians, and we're going to see Kamala in action. We've got a great, great program the next 2 hours, and a lot of talk centered around this Friday night. I know a lot of people have already bought their tickets, but great seats are still available, and there's people from all over the country are coming to Houston Friday night for the big tournament.
Yes, we are getting reservations from Dallas, from New Orleans, from Shreveport. We are getting reservations from Florida. And this, of course, astounds us, but it is also a measure of the importance of the 15 matches that are scheduled to take place at the Sam Houston Coliseum next Friday night. And believe me, that this is top-grade, exciting, aggressive wrestling. Winners meet winners, and the losers are going to shed a lot of tears. But now, as Koko Ware starts to move, these fans get behind him because they are his fans. And as he starts to rise to his feet, Sawyer is following him. Sawyer has that bear hug on him, and Koko wants to lay that set of knuckles where it'll do the most good, but it's a little hard when a man's got you wrapped up that tight. But this may work, and it did. Oh, how that can sting. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes remain. And you notice where he hit. He reached over him and he cracked him right on the back where he has created damage. He is certain, although he can't understand what's holding Koko Ware up.
Perhaps an interesting point here is the fact that Sawyer doesn't have to win the match to remain the champion. He's got 4 minutes to hold on. Koko's got to beat him. And those matches in the tournament, they're all 20-minute time limits. You got to be on the offensive, because if you go a time limit draw, you're both eliminated. And the final match, the last match for $100,000 in the championship, has no time limit and no disqualification, and there must be a win. This Friday night, we're going to see the champion crowned. And before we get to that match, boy, it's going to be so great to see all those offensive matches leading up to the finals.
Yes, offensive matches, and this has been an offensive match. This has been the kind of a match. There are 3 minutes remaining, and this match could reach that 30-minute mark, or it could be settled within these 3 minutes. Koko is trying to keep his shoulder from being pushed down. The weight of Buzz Sawyer is leaning in there tightly against the body of Koko, and outside, Chavo Guerrero has a rooting squad going. He has a cheering squad. He's trying to get these fans to get to Koko in unison, and as they rise up, Koko with that fist still again, right on the whiskey, and he found it again. And he clobbered him. Oh, man, how he pulled him over.
Oh, what a collision. Both these tremendous athletes have really given it their all. Just like I was saying earlier, I don't care what wrestling program you want to watch. I hope it's right here on Channel 39 every Saturday night and every Sunday morning. But be that as it may, you be the judge, folks. You're not going to see action like this on any other wrestling program. Look at that! What a move. Both those men go for drop kicks. They're really giving it their all.
Yes, and getting the same thought at the same time can sometimes be a deadly reaction. They fell sprawling motion, and that is what injures a man when he misses the drop kick. That he has no way of defending himself, and in this case they both missed, but they're both at it, and this has been a great battle. Buzz Sawyer wrapping him, not just with the forearm, not just with the fist, but with the open hand in a chopping move. The backslide is by Koko Ware, and there was a count. I thought that perhaps there was a 3 count there, but there's 1.
He barely kicked out like a long 2. But we got Chavo and Rick Steiner fighting to get at each other. The referee's got his hands full. Less than a minute to go here, and these guys have let it all out in this one.
And they exchanged those wallops with a willingness, and Koko Ware looking to blast Buzz Sawyer, hitting him just across the bridge of the nose, just across the eye, trying to get those wallops in there. There are 15 seconds left in this match as Buzz Sawyer gets in that corner. Hit him hard, hit him high, and there's 1, and there's 2, and there were only 2. There were only 2. But I want to tell you, Jim Ross, that it's been quite a while since I've seen 2 men so evenly matched go at each other with such ferocity and turn in such a great performance.
Well, Koko Ware, obviously the fan favorite. We can't take anything away from Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Both these men have a lot of God-given talent. They're both phenomenal athletes, and Buzz Sawyer is still the television champion.
This match between Buzz Sawyer and Koko Ware has been declared a draw. A 30-minute for the television title. We'll be back with you again in just a moment.